Howdy, howdy, fellas. Got World Warships Legends match today in the Mutsu Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, I did a video on this, I don't know, not that long ago, but I got a new commander. I got the Borg Queen, and she has this ability, High Octane Warrior, which increases your speed. Oh, you know what? Forgot to put in a screenshot. Hold on. Hey, there we go. There it is. So yeah, with that speed increase, 28.4 knots. I'm gonna mute that guy. Yeah, so I mentioned last time the Mutsu speed is one of the benefits of the ship. It's relatively fast for a tier 5 battleship, especially one with 16-inch guns. And so I managed to pick up Borg Queen with that. She was, yeah, the second wave of the Star Trek commanders. And I realized as I was going through my weekly premium missions that I was like, you know what? Mutsu's fast, Borg Queen increases speed, and also a bunch of other good stuff. She's actually fantastic. I think ARP Yamato and Borg Queen are both, top tier. Also, pay to win. Like, what's the default guy? Takagi is fine. He's just like a normal battleship commander, but he like Sims, he has that not useless, but like just really not that useful base trait. Borg Queen and ARP Yamato both have great base traits and a great layout of skills. Both of them further increase damage. I think Borg Queen is a little bit better. Borg Queen also lets you pick up +2 heals. You do sacrifice Sniper, which is a pain, and especially on some of the Japanese battleships, you do feel that. But especially on ones that have higher Sigma, which isn't all of them, or even, Mutsu doesn't have great Sigma, like, sometimes you just keep the guns going. I've said in some more of my cruiser videos, but, it's true for battleships too. Like, positioning is damage. When you can get... just think about it. Would you rather shoot into the side of a ship or the nose of a ship? And there's two ways you can get there. They can turn it so that, oh, kaboom. Speaking of shooting in the side, they can turn so that their side's to you, or you can move so you're on their side. And so, your position influences how much damage you can do, not to mention spotting and, crossfire, shooting lines, lines of sight. That's what that would be called. So it's just like, yeah, being able to move around the map. I had a feeling there was a shot going in on that side, that guy, which is why I held my fire. Being able to move around the map does let you do more damage. So yeah, Borg Queen has, like, her base skill improves reload and AP damage. She has that skill that improves... Oh god, what does it do? Sorry, yeah, I was like, speed's the focus of the video, but it does something else. Yeah, it's improved damage by quite a bit if you kind of lean on the AP. Oh, I forgot again how it's... This is like amateur hour over here. Oh, yes, I went and reread exactly how it's worded. It's like battleship damage if the previous salvo was AP. Boom, Citadel, bye, Dido, nice, thanks for playing. So I'm pretty sure that even means that if you fire AP and then switch to HE, that salvo actually gets improved damage as well. So like the first salvo you take at, say, a destroyer or something like that, it's the bonus. It goes up to 10%. I mean, that's pretty good. So yeah, Borg Queen's a pretty fantastic commander. I like when they reshuffle these commanders. I like that the master mechanic, you have to give up Sniper. I like when they give a new commander, like, I don't love the straight up power creep where it's like just flat out better, but when they have kind of weird build paths that take the same skills and reshuffle them, Lip, Scirocco, and LaFierce, and now Borg Queen all do that. They also have problematic parts where I think they have skills that are just flat out better. But I think if they took some of the commanders and just like reshuffle the same skills instead of just power creeping with new skills that are flat out better, I think that provides like an incentive as well, because you can make new builds that piece together skills in a way that you don't have otherwise. So that's one thing that I like about some of these commanders. I don't love the power creep. I don't love the pay to win. Like, I get it. I have them. Crates, and these are one of the things that, like, yeah, if you get one from a crate and it's free and it's awesome, great. But if you don't get it, then you're like, oh, well, like, my ships are never as good as anyone else. At the end of the day, you know, captain skill is going to make the most difference. I saw a ship today that was like a level 4 Dewey top the scoreboard. Like, it's totally possible. But on average, power creep skills do make a difference. We whiffed that shot. I'm yammering about the commander. That's like the focus of this match. Just because I think Borg Queen does elevate Mutsu a little bit, similar to how Riegerwald does for the German like super cruisers. I think Borg Queen is probably a better commander for a lot of the battleships, in the same way that Riegerwald is probably slightly better for a lot of the German cruisers. I think Borg Queen really meshes well with Mutsu. So yeah, I think it's a good match. This match, speaking of matches, haha, you see what I did there? Is like dream matchmaking for Mutsu. So the last video I put up, again, I think I had played 5 matches in that match. This is my 6th match. I don't play this ship a lot. I might start to after this one. We'll see if it... I'm sure it won't treat me like this again. Like, boom, the dispersion was all over the place on that shot. But 2 Citadels, what? This is like the dream game in Mutsu. I'm in a 4-5. There's no destroyers. There's tons of cruisers to shoot, and the guns are just slapping. Like, this never happens. 25 hits, 5 Citadels. You can also see why, if battleships did have better accuracy, I mean, you would just delete like another Citadel. Like, you would just delete everything on the map, always and forever. So, the RNG on battleship guns can get you down. It does for me. I don't play battleships a ton. I think my battleships played is a little higher than destroyers, but they're neck and neck. Cruisers are creeping ahead just because I enjoy the flexibility and actually the variation available in the cruisers. I'm yammering again. This match is the dream match in Mutsu. This is like, the high roll, perfect matchmaking, well, that shot notwithstanding, perfect RNG on the shots, but honestly, as good as you could expect from a ship like this. I don't believe there was any battleship in here that can overmatch us. We overmatch all of them. You've got to look out for like Warspite and other Mutsu, West Virginia, and a whole bunch of the tier 6 battleships that can overmatch the Mutsu. None in this one. Again, no destroyers, no real cruiser threats. Like, Dido can be a real pain. I'm pretty sure it pins pretty much the entire surface of the Mutsu. Took that guy out super early, so no problem there. Yeah, and I would have loved to pick up the cap, but, why? When I've got this Tennessee right here. Yeah, and we are just like cruising through these guys, and this is, I've had a bunch of bummer matches recently, and it's really important to remember when you see someone else, me in this case, post like a good match. It doesn't mean that every match goes like that. Like, I not for Mutsu specifically, but like out of the matches that I've played recently, this is one of the best ones. Like, that's why I picked to post this one. So just for anyone who needs to hear it, like, please remember that. I've got a Mines video. I don't know if I'm going to post it because I've just done 2. But it was like a 3700 XP match. The match immediately before it was a 1300 XP loss where I was top of the team and everybody else was below 1000. And so it's just like, I'm not going to post that video. I'm not going to make that game because there's nothing to talk about. It's like, this was a crappy match and my team let me down. Like, what do I even say? Who learns anything from that? Yeah, I know from time to time it feels like people only get good matches. Certainly, if you're a better player, you will be able to turn more matches in your favor. That's absolutely the case. So it's not, I've heard people say like, oh, it doesn't matter, there's nothing you can do. Like, that's not true, hold on. But if you're, feeling blue about just seeing these amazing clips or matches or whatever, know that it just doesn't always go like that, where we just get to, like, pretty easily sail through it. I will say, we have the 2 heals left. Again, this is one of the reasons that I'm not always gung-ho about the extra heals. If we were out of heals right now, like, this match is obviously still a win, so they didn't matter at all in this match. And even, I guess I could have taken more damage along the way and gotten through the heals, but you can see I've gone through 3 of them. There's a 40-second cooldown still at this point. There's only 5 minutes left of the match. Like, you have to be taking a really consistent kind of medium-low amount of damage to get full value out of your heals in a way that actually impacts the match. I don't hear that talked about enough. Like, yes, I'll take the heals. I'm not saying heals aren't good, but I don't know that it's like, yes, they always turn the tide. Even if you need the heals, I don't know that they always make it so that it flips the game from a loss to a win, or vice versa, I guess. Actually, to that point, the other skills probably don't either. Like, I think that's some of the point is, the builds aren't just going to magically switch anything. So, anyway, here's an easy Mutsu match. I paid everyone to let me win this one because, yeah, that's the Mutsu. When it cooperates, it's a lot of fun. You can see there are a few Sabos in this game where it didn't, but on the whole, like, those guns really worked well for me. If it worked that way every time, I'd play that thing a lot. So, yeah, 173k, and what do we get for XP on this one? Almost 3k. Should have gotten the cap.